Day 2 of e-learning. Here we go. We're going to make another animated GIF file today, and really the process, the procedure is going to be very similar to yesterday. Right now I'm using a laptop computer, so I just went to canvas.apps.chrome. Same thing as what we did yesterday. If you are working on your Chromebook and you swipe up from the bottom of the screen, you'll have this Canvas app on your Chromebook, so you can do it either way. Now that I'm here, I'm going to click New Drawing, and this time we're going to make an animation that will do a little bit more moving around, and I'm going to show you a little bit different way to tackle this. One thing that's a little different today is up here on the right-hand side of the Canvas app, there's a little button that is labeled Layers. So I'm going to click that, and this is an option. You don't have to do that, but when you look at the little Layers panel, you can change the background color. I'm going to do that today. So I'll pick a background color that I like, and then you can hit this back arrow on the Layers panel. So now what I need to do next is make my figure. Now my idea today is I'm going to make a little stick figure, do a cartwheel, and it's going to involve a little something a little different than what we did yesterday. I'm just going to use a black marker. I've got the marker. I've got black. I might check my size a little bit. I'm just going to make kind of a test stroke here. That's maybe a little bit big, so I'll make that a little smaller. I can live with that. I'll undo those. All right, there's undo buttons and undo and redo up at the top. So over here, kind of to the left of the canvas, and this is not going to be fancy, but I'm going to make a little stick figure here that is going to wind up doing, and he's just going to have his arms spread out and his legs kind of like that. Okay, good enough. Doesn't have to be fancy. Not really after fancy today. All right, so that's going to be the first image of my cartwheel that I'm going to do. And so here we go. Let's kind of keep this moving. I'm going to click the home button over here, and he's over on the edge, you see, and so I'm going to rename this, and I'll just call this GIF 2 because it's our second one. And then I'm going to put a -1 right here because I want to number these. That's going to be frame 1 of my little animation. So it's GIF 2-1. I'll click OK there. Now I'm going to duplicate that. And on the duplicate copy, I'm going to rename that. And this is going to become GIF 2-2. Let's go change it. Now here's the idea about changing it today. Rather than like erasing or redrawing, I'm going to go back up here to this layer panel, and on the layer panel there's a little 4-pointed arrow that says select layer contents. So I'm going to click that, and it selects that stick figure that I drew. I'm going to move it over a little bit, but I'm also going to use this round handle up at the top to rotate it some, because my idea is I'm going to have him do a cartwheel. So he's going to move over and rotate a little bit, excuse me, and then I'll click done. All right, back to the home button here, and I'm going to real quickly duplicate that. I want to pick up speed here, and then I'm going to rename that, and this will be GIF 2-3. So you're kind of getting the idea here. On GIF 2-3, I'm going to come over here to the layer panel. I want to use that little 4-pointed arrow. I'm going to move it over a little bit, rotate it a little bit more. And my goal here, I want to make an animation that is at least 8 frames long. That's what I'd like you to do today as well. So I'm going to go back home, duplicate, rename. This will be number 4. And I'm going to click on that duplicated copy, go to my layer panel. He's got to move over a little bit. He's got to rotate some more. So I'm 4 frames in, and I've pretty much got him on his head. All right, and now we're going home, going to duplicate, going to rename, and this will be number 5. I'm going to edit number 5, go to the layer panel, click the little arrow. We're still moving over and rotating. Click done, home button, going to duplicate, going to rename. This will be number 6. I'm going to edit number 6, layer panel, arrow, move him over a little, rotate him, done, almost there. All right, we're going to duplicate, rename, this will be number 7. I'm going to edit number 7, layer panel, move him over just a smidge, rotate him up some, and done. And I got one more to go. Our minimum number today, I'm shooting for an animation that has 8 frames. All right, so I'm going to duplicate, I'm going to rename, and here comes frame number 8. And I will edit number 8. And again, I'm going to move him over just a little and bring him back to an upright. I might move him over just a little bit more, and done. Back to the home button. So now I have these 8 frames, right? So what I have to do next, and this is where it'll be a little bit different whether you're working on a Chromebook or on another computer. I'm going to save all of these. I'm working on a laptop, so it's going to save them into my downloads folder. Remember, if you're working on your Chromebook and you click this little 3-dot menu and you say save as image, they'll save on your Google Drive. That's where they'll be. All right, so I'm just going to go through each one. Number 3, save as image. Number 4, save as image. Number 5, save as image. Just keep going. Save as image. Save as image. And number 8, save as image. All right, so mine are all going to be excuse me, in my downloads folder, and they're all saved. So now it's just a matter of making the animation. I will open a new tab. I'm going to go to that GIF maker .me, which is linked up on Google Classroom. There we go. And I want to upload images. That's our first stop here on GIF Maker ME. I'm just going to upload images. And if I go look at I'm looking in my downloads folder, and I look, there they are. And if you go look on if you're doing it on your Chromebook and you go look on your Google Drive, they should all be lined up there for you. All right, I'm going to open those. Takes a moment. I've got 8 frames, so it'll take them a moment to upload and appear. Now, it tends to, just because of the way that they were ordered on my downloads folder, it's kind of backwards right now. And I can change that. I can just drag. This is really supposed to be number 1. You can just reorder these if that's an issue. All right, it's sliding all over the place. But you can just drag these up and down and reorder them as needed. I think that's number 3, and this is number 4. Let's make sure we get it in there. Okay, that's number 4. This is number 5. Oh, mercy. All right, we're getting it. Number 6, getting easier now. Number 7 and number 8. All right, so I just had to kind of reverse the order of mine. There we go. And if I look over here on the right-hand side, I'm getting a little preview of what it's going to look like. Again, like yesterday, I could make that go faster. I can adjust the speed to whatever I would like for it to be. You could also kind of play around with the canvas size if you want to. And now I'm really ready to wrap it up. I go create GIF animation right over here. Give that a couple of seconds. And then once you'll see these options pop on down at the bottom. If I say view the GIF, it'll show it to me in a bigger window. There it is. There's my fabulous cartwheel animation. I'm going to close that tab. It makes a new tab, so I'm going to close that. And then I can just download it. All right, because I want to be able to turn it in, so I can just download it. Now, again, I'm on a laptop, so it's going to go into my downloads folder. If you're on your Chromebook, that will go into your Google Drive. If I wish, I could go peek at my downloads folder, and you could do the same thing with your Google Drive. And here it says web.p.net GIF Maker. I could right-click, rename. I could call it something like GIF2. And there it is. That's the file that I would have to turn in right there. So that's the assignment of the day. We're doing it a little bit differently, right? Over here, the big thing that's new is when you're working with your images, we're using that layer panel and that little select layer contents button to be able to manipulate the object around and move it around a little bit. And then, so you make all your images in Canvas, and then you put it together on GIF Maker ME, and then you save it and turn it in. Good luck. You can send me an email if you're having trouble. Let me know.